So, everything except the bolt and the spring and the bumper O-ring is inside now, because that's kind of 2-man or 3-man job to align those parts while you assemble it. So that's something that needs to be improved. But yeah, it's sort of ready for testing if I can manage to get those parts in. And then it may explode in the sense it will crack, maybe. Maybe the 5-pin is not long enough. That would be a small tweak that I need to do, but just in case this is the last time I see it. And it was a lot of work to hand fit every part, so I wanted to record it so people can see it. This is all printed solid, so it does have quite a weight to it, and it's really large. It's really long, especially if it's have to be in a submachine gun. Supposed to be. You can see it's the old type and not a telescopic bolt inside. It's really a long design, but it is really cool. Especially if you compare it with the TMC, that's way more compact, because if you compare it from pistol grip to pistol grip, it's not too bad. It's kind of the same, but the buttstock is really long. You could almost wonder why didn't make them shorter, because otherwise it would be quite compact still, because it's moving all the way back. You do notice it when you hold this. It feels more compact than the Thompson. Really feels like you are doing like this. And, but when you are realistic about it, it is not that bad, because grip it right here, that's the same. But it is mainly this part. It's like you extend it all the way, and then yeah, it is strange, because it feels more bulky than it actually is, I guess. Now that I see it. But, the controls for the Mac release, I changed it a little bit. I hope you can see it right here. There's a button you can press, and that will release it. So when you hold it in with the right hand, you can just push this button, and that will release the magazine. But when you are shooting with the left hand, you can put your finger through the trigger guard and press against that lever right there, and that would release a magazine. So to install a TMC magazine like that, and then you can press the button and to release the magazine. And this is way too delicate for paintball. That will be destroyed when it gets shot, but it's kind of a fun touch. But also a lot of work to install, so I will probably simplify that as a replacement part later on. So yeah, you got the selector switch, and that's right here, so it doesn't work like a normal Thompson will be, but it's like the Phenom. It is kind of tricky to get it down when it's all the way up, but you can do it. When you put it all the way up, it's, I don't know anymore. It's a long time ago that I used the Phenom, but it's or safety or it is fully automatic. I think it's a safe position. When you put it down, then it will be full automatic. I believe that that's the case. Then you put your thumb down, it will go full automatic, or at least electric in this case, because it's a Phenom. It can be different modes. But yeah. Yeah, and I made on this stand that was painted by somebody in marble. So you can just put your Thompson in there and it's done. There was some thinking in the beginning like let's make a removable drum mag, and then you can change from, let's say, TMC magazines to T15 magazines and different types, TPX. But because the bolt is slamming in front of here all the time, and that's kind of the stress point on the entire design, that I want as much material as possible right here. So it's nice and stiff and it doesn't crack and it doesn't get too thin. It would be kind of fun if you could change out the drum magazine and do a different type of magazine type. So in case you want to do that, or maybe just for transportation, you can say like, okay, it's more flat to put in a case or something like that. But yeah, for the sake of 3D printing and that you have to put it all on the end of 3 in my case, that gives you some limitation as well, how you want to do it all. Again, this is not going to be a production thing, something I will be doing for release. Or otherwise, with the caveat that you need the hand fit parts, because I'm not gonna go over all those parts and make them perfect. At least that's not at the moment my thinking, because I got already so much things to do. Already so much people waiting on all the things I need to do. So I'm not gonna pile up another big project like this. I don't have the energy for it, to be honest. But who knows, maybe in the future I do. Because there were some other teammates who also wanted to have one, so then I already can kind of refine some parts so it gets more easy to build, things like that. But first, see if this one stays together. Maybe the layout GB weld makes it a bit stronger than it would be with all 3D printed parts, but we'll see. Still, I don't recommend PLA, silk PLA for paintball. It's way too brittle. But I do have to say, it does kind of look cool. I do have to say, I'm not really the type who likes gold guns. If it would be mine, then I would make it in a really old style. Let's say make it metal and a kind of weathered look, like it's an old thing. I would like that more in this case. Although I so probably camouflage it, but that's blasphemy. But anyways, we will see how it all goes. And yeah, wish me good luck with it. But yeah, we'll see. So I see you guys next time.
Nice. Steek de arm. Nee, nee! Daar kwam iets uit.